Everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it's time once again for another video. This time around, I wanted to show you my recent hauls, plural, from Whatnot. I got a lot of stuff this month, and I figured I would kind of go through it separate from the monthly pickups, just because I got so much stuff from Whatnot this month. Again, it's really cheap. It's irresistible. I can't help myself. But I would say that everything I'm going to show in this video cost me less than $100. So just keep that in mind when you think that I'm blowing a whole bunch of money on, or if you think I'm blowing a whole bunch of money on movies, that, you know, I didn't really spend all that much money on this stuff. So it's not that bad. So I got all of the stuff from one seller, and the one seller I deal with on Whatnot, which is Alfster Cards. I highly recommend visiting him. He usually does shows on Friday night. So let's just get into it, and I'll show you what I picked up so far this month of July 2024. So I recently picked up from Alfster the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And then I was looking to put together the rest of the Hunger Games collection, and he had this, which is all of the Hunger Games movies, including the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes on a Blu-ray collection. So comes in this nice case, and it comes with some art cards. So yeah, I picked this up. I think it was 10 bucks, maybe. But it's the whole collection of the Hunger Games films, all 5 of them in one box. So that's a space saver. I also picked up Russell Crowe and Renee Zellweger in Cinderella Man. I have not seen this at all, so this is a blind buy. Another blind buy that I got for $4, Switch with Jennifer Aniston and Jason Bateman. This I couldn't resist. I wouldn't have bought this at full price, but for $6 I couldn't resist Madam Web. Somebody in their loud stereo going down the street. But yeah, Dakota Johnson in Madam Web. Like I said, for $6, I'm going to add it to the collection. A movie I've been wanting to see for a very long time and just never got it in the collection. And I got this. This looks to be the Canadian version, but what the hell? It is The King's Speech, which it was awarded the Best Picture Academy Award. Colin Firth, Jeffrey Rush. I don't know why I haven't seen this yet, but I've been wanting to see it for a long time. This is something I picked this up for one movie, but the other two are just sort of you know, bonus features for what as far as I'm concerned. So I picked this up for Fantasia, but this is the Best of Mickey collection. It also includes Fantasia 2000 and Celebrating Mickey. And by the feel of it, it is all 3 on separate discs. I am not all that interested in the other 2 films. I'm not a big Mickey Mouse fan, but Fantasia I saw once when I was a little kid, and I was kind of taken by it, and I wanted to add it to the collection, and he had this for $4, so I figured I'd add it. Also, because it was cheap, I figured I would add Blue Beetle to the collection. I haven't seen this yet, and I've heard it's kind of mediocre, but whatever. Like I said, when you get the movies this cheap, you might as well pick them up and add them to the collection if you even are considering watching them. This is one that I wanted to revisit anyway, and I love John Carpenter's stuff, so I figured I would add this to the collection and kill 2 birds with one stone. Watch it and add it to the collection. So it is Christine. And Keith Gordon is in this, who is also in Jaws 2. John Stockwell, Harry Dean Stanton. I haven't seen this since it was on HBO back in the 80s, I think. This came out in 83, so I haven't seen this in a hell of a long time, so I'm way overdue on a rewatch for that. This is a movie I had in my collection and really enjoyed, and I'm not sure why I got rid of it, but it is George Clooney in The Descendants. This is also the movie that introduced me to Shailene Woodley, and I really enjoyed this movie. It was nominated for Best Picture. Who else is in this? Because I know there's more other people. There's other people in this. Judy Greer, Beau Bridges. Yeah. Definitely like Judy Greer in this movie, but George Clooney steals the show. But this is an excellent, excellent movie. Also picked this up. This is a pretty good deal. I don't remember exactly what I paid for it, but it definitely was less than it would have been in the store. It is the first season of House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones prequel. If you remember a few months back, I picked up the complete series of the Game of Thrones for $40, which it's now brand new. It's nearing that I think Prime Day. It was available for like 60 something. Maybe I saw that on eBay. I don't know, but it's not as good a deal as it once was, but I still picked it up pretty cheap. But anyway, adding this to the collection is House of the Dragon. I think I paid $10 for this, but still a great deal. Also picked up Almost Famous. This is the bootleg cut. I have not seen this version of it, but this is the director's edition. I saw it theatrically, and I've seen it once since then, but I don't know if it was the bootleg edition or not, bootleg cut. But this is a really good movie. This was written and directed by Cameron Crowe. Very good movie, especially if you like music, the music business. Finally adding to my collection, Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. I've seen this many times, but I have not added in my collection for some stupid reason. So I picked this up for $3. Also have not seen this in a long, long time. This is Heaven Can Wait with Warren Beatty. Last watched this on HBO probably in the early 80s, so I wanted to add this to the collection and rewatch it. I have not seen it in a really long time. I think, did they remake that recently? Or maybe not so recently, but there was a remake, I believe. This I picked up because it was relatively cheap, and I just thought it was kind of cool. And I do like this movie, Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, but in a steelbook, and it was sealed. I don't think this comes with a digital at all. Most of these do not. If they were packaged with one, that's why they're so cheap, because he takes the digital codes out of them. But I don't think this actually comes with a digital code at all. Every so often, you will get a new and sealed copy of a movie that includes the digital, but most of the time it does not. New release that I picked up, Civil War. I saw this in the theater, and I was a little underwhelmed by it, but I wanted to give it a second chance. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So I want to rewatch it and give it a fair shot, because I think I was expecting something completely different. But this is from Alex Garland, who made 28 Days Later. He was the writer of 28 Days Later, Ex Machina, and Annihilation, all movies that I really, really enjoyed. And he also was the director of this as well. He was the director of Ex Machina and Annihilation. And he was one of my favorite newer directors. But this was a really solid movie, but just wasn't what I was expecting. So I'm going to give it another shot. Pick this up. This is one of those movies that I pick up for sentimental reasons. My wife and I watched this right before we got married, the night before we got married, and we just celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary. This is Letters to Juliet. And I was able to get this for $4 with the slipcover, so I figured, what the hell. We have it on DVD, but I figured I'd upgrade it to Blu-ray. Pick this up. This was available. This is one of the new and sealed ones. It doesn't come with a digital. But got this cheaper from Elfster than I would have from Kino. This is the Kino Lorber edition of Death Wish 4 with Charles Bronson. And I already have Death Wish 4 in a Death Wish collection that comes with 2, 3, and 4. But, you know, having a Kino edition is preferable to having it on a compilation where it's probably on a disc with other films. So this will probably look better. Also picked this up. This is a blind buy. This is sealed, but it didn't come with a digital code. But it's a Paul Schrader film, and I believe this is his first film since his last film, which escapes me. The one with Ethan Hawke. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, this is called Master Gardener. And just figured I would take a look at this. This was $3. And this stars Joel Edgerton, Sigourney Weaver, and Quintessa Swindell. And that almost does not look like Joel Edgerton on the front. But it is. But RogerEbert.com gave it 4 stars. And Aisle Seat said it was among Paul Schrader's very best. So we shall see. Also picked this up at the behest of Kenny from Kenny's Movie Palace. Of course, my partner in crime on Talking Movies with Sean and Kenny. He said this was a pretty decent police suspense type crime thriller. This is called Absolution. So for $3, I figured I would take a gamble. This is on Echo Bridge. So I'm not expecting big things, but it says it's Absolution, a Hitman Story is the full title. But I was going to say, it looks, based on the title or the names in the cast and crew, it does not appear to be an American film. European, most likely. But yeah, it takes place in Berlin, so yeah. But that's cool. Last 2 films, or actually last 3 films. I also picked up Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson in Pain and Gain. I've never seen this, and figured I would take a shot. I've heard some good things about this, and it was cheap, so again, take a shot on it. And then last, but definitely not least, another new release. I picked up Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire in a 2-film collection. I just picked up Ghostbusters Afterlife from Alstercard's last month, but I'm going to trade that version in and keep this as a space saver, because why not? I didn't pay that much for Afterlife to begin with, so this was $10. So I can't beat that. But see, you can see the plastic is torn, and they pop the case open enough to get the digital code out, and then they just keep the discs and sell it. So it's cool by me. I get good movies, and I get them cheap. So that's cool for me. So there you go. I figured I would just show you what I picked up from Whatnot this month so far. I doubt there will be much more, if anything, from Whatnot on my end of month pickups video, just because I don't think I need to buy any more Whatnot. I'm telling myself that right now on record, but it is the 18th of July. There's 12 more days, 13 more days in the month, so who knows what'll happen. There's only, what, 2 more Fridays between now and the end of the month, so we should be good. So we'll see. So thanks for watching, everybody. And take it easy. Let me know if you've seen any of the movies that I showed you in this video. Let me know what you thought of them. And as always, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Feel free to tune in to Talking Movies with Sean and Kenny every other Tuesday. Our next show will be July 30th. And we look forward to seeing you on board. Take it bye. Take it easy. Thank you. Bye.